It's episode number 1 of BlackBerry Today. Learn all about the Playbook Twitter contest, as well as the cool app of the week from everybody involved. Welcome, everybody. It's the first episode of BlackBerry Today. Myself in the Central Studios, the middle of the Midwest, which are undergoing renovation, and your co-host, Kathy, on the East Coast Studios.
Hello.
So what we have is new show we're kicking off, adding to the Spike Studio collection. This one all about BlackBerry, the consumer side. We're not going to worry about too much into deep about hacking and mods and OS stuff, but we're going to talk about the consumer side, mainly with the Playbook coming out. But we want to give you an overview first, tell you a little bit about ourselves. We're both BlackBerry users and addicts, amongst other devices. I have a couple, but the one current choice, Storm, because of the international travel that I do. What are you running right now? What's your choice?
I have the Tour.
And we'll talk about the little colors you have on yours in a little bit.
Yeah, I got a little blinged out, but yeah.
A little blinged out, a little bit of the Tour. We'll talk about a little bit about the OS and the updates from the carriers. So to give you an overview, we want to cover hot applications, probably an app from each of us every time. We want to cover accessories we'll talk about those from cases to headphones to whatever. We want to talk about the updates, the carriers, as well as the hottest news. Playbook, of course, is going to make a mention. We don't have much of a choice about that. The Playbook has to hit in there. So first things first, you pointed it out today, the thing that RIM is actually doing on Twitter. Why don't you start them out with that, because that's a big news.
Yeah, there's a Playbook contest. You can win a Playbook, and you have to create a haiku about the Playbook, and you have the hashtag Playbook haiku, and there's some interesting entries out there already. You can have 10 entries per person. Put a couple out there, so you probably shouldn't even bother, because I'm totally going to win it. So, but you should try. You should try.
Have you done 10 today already?
I've done like 4 or 5.
Is it 10 per day? Do you know the rule 10 per day, or is it?
I think it's 10 total, and they seem to have 2 periods in which they're accepting entries. I think it's the 11th through the 15th, and then again the 25th through the 29th. So you have to follow BlackBerry at BlackBerry, and they'll tweet out an invitation to do entries. But I think it's 10 total. So.
Now, what I did find is the webpage, which we'll put a link in the show notes for everybody. We will have show notes. We will have information for you all the time to be available to click through of things we talk about, where to get the apps we talk about, links to those. We do have the information on the actual Twitter contest they're doing. So it is Playbook Haiku. There's quite a few people out there. They're giving away 20 of them at the U.S. Pricing of $499.99. You have to activate it yourself. It's a 16 gig tablet with 1 USB cable and 1 wall charger, known as the prize collectively. They will be sending you out, oh wow. To claim your prize, look for your Twitter username on the BlackBerry Twitter page on Thursday, April 21st.
I'm noticing, sorry, Chris, it is 10 per invitation, so 10 per period, so 20 entries.
So you probably should follow BlackBerry when you do submit, only because they will be sending you a Twitter direct message as well as the page. If it goes unclaimed for 24 hours, it's going to the next runner-up.
Nice.
So you better, so everyone, please send us things. You see our name pop up, please let us know. Then they'll give you a few weeks to get you the prize. They say to do demand and limitations of area where you possibly live. And it must be U.S. and Canada. One thing I was seeing, interestingly, is people from all over the place submitting these. So they're not going to be eligible, which just raises our odds pretty much around. I think it's going to win. Pretty much we'll go ahead and take care of it for you. So you already have 4 out there. So 4. So
they're rocking. I'm telling you, don't even bother, because I'm going to win it. So.
You've had some good ones. We shouldn't ruin those. If they want, they can go find us. We'll put our Twitter IDs out there for everyone to follow. BlackBerry Today does have a Twitter account. So BlackBerry Today, we're trying to get BB Today, but somebody hasn't tweeted with it, in 2 years or something ridiculous, and only tweeted like 4 times. We're trying to get that account. But for now, it's BlackBerry Today. We also have a phone number that you can call and ask questions, or you can send us videos with questions of how you want to do something, or a cool app, or a segment you want to see or added in there. Please do that. We'll put that in the show notes. But I believe it's 434 BB Today. So we actually got the BB Today phone number, so no problem there. So next up, now that we have the announcement on the Playbook Haiku, we're going to have a section on App of the Week, or App of the Day, or App of whatever we want to call it. You want me to go first? You going first with the app?
You go.
I'm going first. So this one is the BlackBerry Travel app. We'll bring it up on the screen for you can see the page. What BlackBerry's done is brought together a whole bunch of travel information into one application. There are sites like TripIt and others that do these, but this is through App World, and you can find it there. You download, I'll give you the link to the webpage as well. And the idea is it'll give you flight changes and cancellations, integration with email itineraries, best places to eat because it brings in Yelp reviews. You can search for hotels, recommendations. You must be running BlackBerry OS 5. You must have the internet bundle, of course, so you can browse when you actually do this. And then it takes about 4 meg of memory, which is a pretty big amount on your device. Usually most are within 1 to 2 at maximum. This one's actually 4. But I looked at the list of supported providers, and between hotels, airlines, car rentals, there's well over 100 different providers that they're connecting to. So this is a great free one that they have that's out there now. I would go out and get it. So it's called BlackBerry Travel. It hasn't been around that long. It hasn't got a lot of traction yet because I still believe it's pretty new in the market for them. You can find the hotel prices that are on there as well as the flights. There was a few other cool screens that I saw. Oh, you can hook to LinkedIn. That's in there also. I saw the LinkedIn connection built into it. They have some screenshots on the web that you can see as well as pricing by an area. So if you search for like hotels in London for a web date, it'll give you all the different prices and the star ratings that are in there as well. So it's a very cool app. It's from them. You get to get your flight information and others, and then you can even get some weather. So it'll bring in weather based upon where you're going. So I know they probably get something out of the back end of this kickback-wise, but a great application from RIM. So remember 5.0 for your operating system, and maybe we'll put a tip one week on how to check your operating systems and such when we start doing these. So that's the cool one I have this week because it's right out of their gates. You probably have something better, though. You always have the shiny stuff.
So I have the fun stuff. So yours is like useful. Mine's just fun. But I think it used to be called Berry Buzz, and now they're calling it B-Buzz, B-E-B-U-Z-Z, B-Buzz. And it is in the app world there, but $5.99, and it's this cool little app, and you can have different lights and notifications for all your different contacts and your different applications. So if I wanted to say my friend Jess, I can have her be notified, so I get a nice little pink light every time she texts me or calls me or emails me. The flashing light will be pink, so I'll know it's her. I see it, maybe it's vibrating on the table. I don't know who it is. I can just look over, don't even have to pick it up, and I know it's my friend Jess. And so they have that. You can pick by contact, also by application. So BlackBerry Messenger can have a different flashing light than all of your other notifications, and it's only $5.99. And again, it's in App World, and really cool, really fun. I like it just because it's fun and it's cute. And then also I don't have to pick up my phone and look at who's texting me or calling me. It has some crazy notifications for phone calls. I forget what they call it. I personally call it the disco notification because it flashes through all the different colors. But it's a lot of fun.
So they're using the LED light for not just the red, green we're used to, but everything. Blue
all kinds of colors. There's pink, purple, green, red. I think they had yellow, they had neon versions. There's a lot of colors,
Very cool. I like that one. I very much like that one. Something else we'll probably do during the shows I mentioned at the beginning is an enterprise area real quick for those that are in the enterprise space that are going to watch the show. An idea would be the most recent fix packs for your BES servers for your BlackBerry Enterprise server for those that don't know. Like I said, we're trying to keep this more consumer driven, sort of giving you overviews of, like I said, cool apps, cool tips, accessories, things like that. I think we'll save accessories for next time, so we have some other ones coming up as well. Everything will be available for full HD download, so you'll be able to see this on your new shiny Playbook in HD, as well as a lower quality for those that don't have it and want to stream it online or listen in another device, which we wouldn't recommend because BlackBerry probably wouldn't like that. We're both they don't want us mention other devices. We can't do those. We get those on there. We'll also have the applications. We'll try to link to everything we possibly can that's out there. And we had a pre-conversation about everything and asking about different carriers and what they do, but they update so differently and so often. We'll probably cover a launch release of a new device, like when they bring out the Torch, but it's only on one carrier, something like that. But every carrier is so different. I know that everyone all over, even up from Rogers in Canada, down through all of them down here, all the carriers, the Sprint, the AT&Ts, the devices are just all over the place. So we'll probably get into those as well. We'd love to hear your feedback, definitely. You can email us for the site itself. We'll have all the show information shown up on the screen for you. You can follow us on Twitter, which we recommend as we put out other tips during the time we're not on the air. As a schedule, probably what do you say? Yeah, you know, every week and a half, week, 2 weeks, something in that range. We don't want to say every week because there's not a lot that changes every week. We could do apps all the time. There's not a ton that changes there. The Playbook, probably have something special for that coming out. That's April 19th. But if you really want to get involved and get yourself a Playbook, where are they going to be selling those, by the way? Isn't it Office Depot or Max?
I think you can pre-order at Best Buy.
You can pre-order at Best Buy, but I thought they're also going to have them at one of the office stores, which is interesting that they haven't said anything about actually having them at like the cell phone carriers, right? Have you noticed that? We should talk about that for one quick second, is they haven't said anything about offering them at a Sprint or a Verizon or an AT&T store. Have you seen any advertisements outside of the one for Best Buy?
No, all I've seen is Best Buy, and that's even following, the BlackBerry Twitter ID and all of that, seeing where they're talking about it there. They're pushing Best Buy pretty hard, it seems. Yeah,
here it is. Oh, I found one of the links for it now. So we actually have a couple links. I'll grab both of them here. So from RIM themselves directly, from BlackBerry.com on the Playbook, we have a couple sites. One is a pre-order and pricing and availability. The 16 gig will be $499. The 32 gig Wi-Fi will be $599, and the 64 gig $699. Best Buy Canada, as well as Best Buy down here, and Future Shop Canada are all listed on this page. And then retail outlets. Currently, and it's kind of long, but we'll just give the highlights of ones. Staples, Sprint, Verizon. We'll all have them here eventually. AT&T, Cincinnati Bell, Office Depot, and Office Max both will be showing up. And then in Canada, all over the place. Costco's, Sears, Best Buy again, of course, and the other stores. So you'll be able to get these anywhere you want to, including a bunch of the wireless places, and Walmart in Canada. It actually says Walmart in Canada, and this is right off blogs.blackberry.com from March. So apparently you guys will be able to get your hands on this just about everywhere you want to. So I see some big competition. Notice it didn't say anything outside of Wi-Fi, though. So we're not seeing a 3G or 4G listed on there. We're seeing everything about Wi-Fi. So definitely get in touch with us. Once again, you can give us a call, send us a tweet, send us a video comment, show us your device, show us a cool application or send us one. And we're going to start doing some screen emulations on the screen to show you the actual apps in action, as well as finish up the studio area. But we needed to get out the doors. As you see, all the walls are ready to go. They're ready to go. The color has been picked out for the studio thing, and we will go from there, and you will see some changes coming up. Otherwise, everybody, the launch of BB Today or BlackBerry Today, however you want to call it. Anything else you want to share? You've been quiet for a few minutes.
No, that's it. That's good. Sounds great.
I'm rambling. We're at 20 minutes. Okay, everyone. Otherwise, we will see you shortly for episode 2.